Lil Durk's lawyers have just filed paperwork for case dismissal due to a massive mistake by the prosecutors against him. It was announced Lil Durk has filed a new motion to dismiss based on the vagueness of the second superseding indictment. In the alternative, if it is not dismissed, he requests a bill of particulars which specify the coded language used, the nature of the bounty, the date, audience, and circumstance. In the paperwork, Durk's lawyers are asking the prosecutors to show the evidence where Lil Durk gives his offer for the bounty of Quando Rondo. They want to know what the reward or opportunity that Durk offered members for the crime to be done. They want to know the date and time of when Durk offered it. In a typical court case, all of this would have been shared by now. However, the prosecutors aren't giving it up, making Durk's lawyers believe they don't even have the evidence against him. However, this led into bad things for Lil Durk. Durk was taken into solitary confinement indefinitely after a CO discovered a cell phone in his jail cell.
They got Lil Durk in a hole for basically some BS, and right now we're gonna show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole, do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privileged and we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS.
Before Durk was taken into solitary, someone tried to get him. It reported Durk was involved in an altercation inside jail this morning, which resulted in Lil Baby tweeting, "I don't care about nothing else other than Durk right now. Free the bro." As the streets link this to the crime of Durk's homie Glee passing away in Chicago, which means members were targeted and raised the question of who would want revenge. All leads currently point to Quando Rondo and his team wanting to get revenge because Durk is currently facing crimes for the hit on Quando's friend Lil Pab. And coincidentally, on the same day that someone tried to take out Lil Durk, Quando and Lil Tim released interviews that same day. Rather than being hateful towards Durk for taking out their friend, they say they wish it was handled in a different way. But some fans believe this is just a front to make them look good to the feds. Meanwhile, they could have placed the hit as Lil Tim said.
Shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
This led to Quando Rondo saying something similar to Lil Tim.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like, it could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
As these are two well-known ops of Lil Durk, and suddenly they're praising him, but many believe they acted fast on trying to take out Durk because he might get released soon. A new report shared words from Durk's father have Durk being released on bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
The prosecutors have begun dropping some of the evidence they were using against him. The news wrote Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willing to throw away evidence against Durk, but they read it out loud in court before dismissing it. I wonder how this affects the rest of his bond hearing, as this included the lyric evidence of Durk rapping, "Told me they got an addy, they got the location. Go look on the news, see your son screaming." No, as it relates to this news report. And Quando yelling, "No," on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
But this was a corrupt way to drop the evidence. Rather than dismissing it quietly, they said it in front of everyone to make a worse impression of Durk, which led to Charleston White reacting.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force, it was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
Charleston hates the idea of Durk being released, but a professional lawyer gave his thoughts on the prosecutors dropping evidence.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
Without a doubt, this helps Durk's case. However, we heard from Durk's official lawyer, Drew, as he said the charges are a joke.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Act. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
However, the judge would deny Durk's bond attempt, as the feds say Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted bond. They fear he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's gonna have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
However, a fan that's deep into the case tweeted, "If you think Durk was denied bond because he's rich, you know nothing about this case. Day's brother just snitched. All of them, instead of making it public, they're hiding it too. Catch Durk's lawyers by surprise, as the evidence of Day's brother Ted. Snitching is pretty concerning, with it reported. The Ted body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Durk, and members changed this case Lil. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for an extended time on their bond proposal, which makes people wonder, what did Ted say to the feds? Because if you didn't know, Ted is D's brother and D is Durk's main hitter, so the guy that would have been involved in nearly every crime, as his brother talking to the cops. The only reason they even have him is because he was caught with a firearm in his pocket.
Really? Dude had it. What about that? A man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
As they quickly arrested Ted and took him to the police station. Typically, you would think members of F would hold it down and not say anything to the cops, but Ted wasn't like that, because the moment he was let out of the cop car, he was begging to snitch as he told the officer, "I swear, I'll tell you all about the passings," as he hoped to not be placed into jail, but it was too late.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
try everything. I swear to God, I tell you, I will tell you, please, I swear, please.
With Ted placed in the waiting cell, he waited until an officer came to collect information from him. Ted just wanted to rat on the members he knows of and get out of jail.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 779, what you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right?
We're gonna see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me, No, I'm saying, what are you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
Although there was some confusion with the court paperwork, fans noticed that D's last name was in the paperwork, so they thought it was him snitching. But we now know that it was Ted snitching because, with them being brothers, they have the same last name. But there was news of Ted's cousin Vonnie snitching in the case, which had Durk's friend Bew trying to calm everyone down.
No motherfucker know what's going on, but them people that's in them courtrooms, man. For real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what? Y'all don't even really know what's going on for real. My kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail.
But realistically, it only gets worse. Academics did an interview with Vonnie's dad and said Durk had involvement in the passing of King Von.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him, was it open? This was his exact words, was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers. That'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he.
Initially, it sounds crazy that Durk would want this, although you have to remember that Van and Durk faced a criminal case together that was ongoing when Van passed. After Van passed, it ended in a private settlement, meaning that Durk likely placed the blame on Van since he was gone. King Von was also starting to outgrow Lil Durk, which could have caused some jealousy, but Vonnie's father said more on it.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing the boys. He was Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
This is when a tweet revealed Vonnie's dad leaking that Durk had Von dealt with. Makes me wonder why Durk goes on IG Live when he's connected to someone passing. He went on live the minute when Von Lil Pab and FBG Duck passed away, which makes fans believe that Durk uses Instagram, live as an alibi because he can tell the feds he wasn't involved because he was live streaming. However, Vanny's dad was mad that his son switched to the feds. It was tweeted. Vanny's father reveals Vonnie allegedly orchestrated Lil Pab and King Van's passings.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that with the whole narrative about Bonnie snitching with the text messages? Like that's
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
Cause that was the focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to, and this, that, and other. And with me saying Bond, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words online?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Bond name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him no Bond. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated you orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
Bonnie's dad is from the streets where if someone snitches, you can snitch on them and is why he's calling out his son. Even Durk's sister-in-law confirmed it. She calls King Von's cousin Vonnie a rat and snitch. Although the feds are worried Durk can witness tamper with anyone that has evidence on him because he's charged with having people dealt with and are worried he can do it again. The feds are actually worried he already took care of someone because it was reported, has anyone heard from Jam after he snitched on Durk? Several F members are gone, but he's been gone for months as DJ Vlad outed Jam for being a snitch on his show.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam got him
put
in
everyone
a
in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case, but eventually he flipped.
As a report followed this up by saying, Jam found by members hiding in a crib outside. Atlanta sources claim Jam was punished for snitching on Durk, as this came with a photo of where Jam had been, saying the reason Jam got caught was because he gave evidence to the feds over 230. Gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio recordings, video, surveillance, and 2,000 pages of reports, which are all being processed for discovery. As Jam supplied them with the evidence, this led into the feds trying to charge Durk with 2 more M for hires. The feds believe Durk paid to get these people. Dealt with number 1 is Stefan Mack, who took out Durk's brother Dang. Number 2 is Jam's baby mama. As Durk heard that Jam was wearing a wire and retaliated, feds think Jam is the key to putting Durk in jail for all 3. Crimes fans look back in old streams to see if Jam was ever acting weird, which led to this Instagram clip, which looks like he has a wire in his jacket as he's constantly holding it and messing with it.
Hey, kid! Give me the check on your man. I heard you got his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I used to have a dare. Architect. Having who? I'm having a dare.
And when you look into Durk's interviews, you come across this clip, which insinuates that Durk knew of someone snitching around him.
I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your cooperate.
As Durk spoke further into the interview that he tightened up his security, he stopped letting anyone but his family go to his house at this point, as he was worried about having a rat near him.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, cause it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the have family night at Durk house tonight. It's the
you gotta watch. Everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta. Everybody getting watched. Watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play. I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize.
What's sad for Lil Durk, though, is that Durk constantly looked out for Jam. Like this time, he gave him $5,000 to help him get a place to live.
What's his name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him. Get the milk for some baby mama, get the tricking, bro.
See that?
Feed
for my baby.
That's
really how y'all hold y'all babies, ain't it? I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. Motherfuckers sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Buy what I want, do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof
bro got out what?
You know
that how many you did it all?
And the year I did it now?
Yeah. That's your latest bit. 12? 12. That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
The feds investigated those in the background of that IG live. They are the same people who took out Lil Pab, and they used to shop with King Von back in the day, making it look like this was a clear revenge for Van's passing.